All right, welcome back to Energy Boom 101. You're getting a great shot right there of Boom U cast through the prism of an authentic Oklahoma oil derrick drinking glass, tumbler, shall we say. But this is Energy Boom 101. We're going to pull Jeff back here a little bit. I'll occupy the chair where I think they used to stretch out, at least during the Inquisition. This is the Transparent Barrel Studios. Behind me is Boom U, the Crucible of Consciousness. This is Energy Boom 101, where we're going to explore the echoes of existence through the prism of energy. Not bad. And the last dispatch, which I think we called 34, talked about the global energy rainbow update on the Spanish, Argentinian, Mexicoian alliance. I hate to use that word, but resolution, formation of business partnership. But anyways, we told you about that and gave you an update to the global energy rainbow. And now we're going to talk about the United States energy patch and that little red, white, blue renaissance that's going on. Got a great article in the Wall Street Journal. Folks, you really need to go buy this. It's $2 every day, and you're going to learn more about the energy boom than I could ever possibly tell you, or that you would ever learn watching this show. But that said, we're going to talk today in particular about fracking and the sand that goes in it, because there's some pretty amazing things going on. We'll also give you an update on just sort of what's going on in the United States oil patch. Nice little overview. It's always nice to have that. We'll hear from the bells of Boom U today. They're going to come out. Our drilling fluid, once again, the black grouse. Damn nice little scotch. Nice little entry scotch. Get you out there, get you drilling. The black grouse will crack a Mississippi lime well every day of the week, and it'll flow at 500 barrels a day. And we don't even know what we're talking about. But that's going to be our drilling fluid. The fracking services, we're still using Geronimo John's Premature Sativa. It's nice. Apparently, we're going to be looking at some different fracking services later on. One of them's a nice shake and bake outfit that may provide really good value. And we're always looking for value here at the Transparent Barrel, because we don't even know what it is. Other than we were told that value, here's a great quote, and I think maybe Warren Buffett gets credit for this, who, by the way, just took a little chunk of Exxon. We'll talk about that today as well. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Whoever said that is a genius, because the truth is you end up feeling that statement more than you sort of think it, so you start to really understand value, maybe. Anyway, we're going to do the patented trademark back pedal with the camera. We're going to have some nice discussions over the United States today and what's going on there. I've got footnotes. We've got top secret documents that we paid millions of dollars for. And what we want to do is let you know just, hey, what's going on in the U.S. energy boom right now? Boom! Okay, so right now, the nice overview before we specifically discuss fracking and the wicked sand boom going on in Wisconsin. Sand boom capital. Sand capital of the U.S. energy boom for now. It could change. Wisconsin. Before we get into that specifically, let's once again give you a nice overview of what's going on in the United States energy boom. Okay, there's a lot of major plays. Some are gas, some are oil, most of them are shale, some of them are old school, and they're all enjoying not only a resurgence, but just a new life. And that means there's a lot of energy coming out of the ground in the United States right now, gas and oil, primarily oil because that's what the rest of the world is paying a lot of money for. But this lovely little U.S. energy boom is causing this glorious, disruptive new global energy rainbow that we've been talking about. So we always want to keep our eye on what's going on in the U.S. And right now, I think we've been able to confirm, at least there are a few different reports. One from a Goldman Sachs report that they issued on the Bakken in North Dakota. By the way, there's our buddy Harold Ham, looking as good as ever. We'd love to have him on the show. You know who we haven't invited in a while? Alanis Morissette. Love to have her. The backdrop of Boom U, gently cradling the gorgeous beast that is Alanis Morissette, while we discuss crude oil and consciousness would be unbelievable. That said, if she wants to come on the show, our people will talk to her. So, U.S. energy boom. A lot of big major plays. It's always fun to look at the individual plays because they all sort of have different personalities. The Bakken of North Dakota is tight shale oil producing with some natural gas producing. And most people figure that right now it's producing 1 million barrels a day. And it's projected to go to 2 million barrels a day by 2023. So pretty much it sort of seems like everyone agrees that the Bakken is going to be strong for 10 years. And maybe more. That depends how much technology advances, what's already happening. The Mississippi Lime right here in lovely Oklahoma is probably going to provide a lot of resources for Boom U as well as OSU up at Stillwater. They have a research center dedicated to addressing and the understanding of the Mississippi Lime and how to best unlock it. So I'm sure that's probably a leading research center with so they're probably getting a lot of good energy money there, and aside from the fact that T-Boone also is a big benefactor of OSU. T-Boone U, Boom U, T-Boone U, we'll see how that plays. We don't know, we don't want to piss anyone off, but Boom U, T-Boone U may work. Anyway, you got the Mississippi Lime. Beneath that, you got the Woodford Shale, which is a wicked little surprise that I think Mr. Harold Ham's going to uncork in the southern part of the play, and that Devon Energy, Oklahoma City, probably a great investment still, who knows, is going to uncork in the northern part of Oklahoma. They're the bells, by the way. And it's not a Boston song, so we can continue. The Permian Basin, this is an old school one, you gotta love it. By the way, if you don't mind coming in here, check this out, it's the Permian Pancake, folks. These are the different layers of possibly economically recoverable deposits. That's a Permian Pancake, folks. Every morning, when you get up, in this red, white, and blue renaissance that's unfurling, I want you to have a heaping helping stack of Permian Pancakes. Also, this is a great time to segue into what we've been trying to do, which is connect crude to consciousness. Doesn't this look eerily similar to probably the strata of the self? The self being this thing that we all occupy or occupies us, that is sort of this accumulated sense of every experience we've ever had. Read your old books. It's in there, trust me. It's inside of you. Anyway, this, I think, is going to give us an opportunity. The Permian Basin may give us a good opportunity to really start connecting the crude to the consciousness. And we'll probably maybe try and do a show called The Strata of Self. That's a spin-off. You know, we're doing a show called The Symphony of Shale. That's also part of this energy boom. We're dying to get some new information on the Symphony of Shale. Our first guest conductor, Mr. Aubrey McClendon, with his outfit, American Energy Partners. And their first act is the Utica, right here in Ohio. So there's a lot going on in the U.S. energy boom. There's a lot of different ways to tell the story. Not only from actual production and oil companies that are doing the drilling in the United States and then exporting all that technology and know-how around the globe and then watching all that money come back here. But in addition to that, there's the great stories like the Symphony of Shale. Anytime we get a good Oklahoma oilman, we're gonna try and commission OU to write a symphony. Every time Aubrey knocks one out of the park, we're going to commission a symphony. And I don't know how we're going to pay him, but we'll try. But it's a good idea. Think about that. A lot of other stuff going on. A lot of great stories to tell. Monterey Shale out in California is a great little hidden by culture kind of thing is what I would call it. No one really talks about or knows about the Monterey Shale in California because everyone thinks of California as the land of milk and honey, which is why it's not going to be the land of milk and the Monterey Shale honey. We try to trademark that, but we don't know if it's going to go. But that'll be a great story to tell if we can keep up with it. I'm pretty sure the show's already left the tracks. I think everyone agrees that there's not even a TV show anymore. It's just a ramble. But at least we keep a focus, and we continue to discuss energy and the different plays that are going on. Just like we talked about, the Utica's a new play, the Permian Pancakes an old play, the Eagle Ford's a new play. One of the best names out there, the Tuscaloosa Marine. The Tuscaloosa Marine Shale. That's a beautiful name, actually. Though it's actually really pretty. We haven't even got to that play yet, and someone's going to uncork it. Oh man, you got a few other plays. Oh yeah, you got the Niobrara. Hey, we forgot about them. They'll be fun. And then the Eagle Ford appears to be a monster. And it still does appear that this whole U.S. energy boom is in the second or third inning. And it does appear that the boom itself will last about 10 years minimum, but we don't know for sure. I guess it could collapse tomorrow, but that would be very unlikely. So that's what we want to just continue to focus on. And today, what's our time, by the way? 10 minutes. Okay, perfect. I'll get a good shot of that. That's Oklahoma sweet gold right there. You can drill with that stuff, you can drink it. Guess what else you can do with it? It's eerily similar in a glorious golden hue to this article in the Wall Street Journal. That's one of the prettiest pictures I've ever seen, by the way. It's called, "In Fracking, Sand is the New Gold. Energy Boom Fuels Demand for Key Ingredient Used in Drilling Wells, semicolon, 100 sand mines in Wisconsin." This is great stuff. This is amazing information you're getting. So, here's the update on the red, white, and blue renaissance. Today, we're going to talk about Wisconsin. And all of this energy boom requires sand to frack the wells. And it just so happens that the most desirable sand is located in Wisconsin based on the size of the sand. And so there's about 100 wells that have cropped up in Wisconsin to satisfy the demand from primarily energy companies and railroad companies that are shipping all this stuff to start bringing all this sand from Wisconsin, and there's some in Ohio, to all of these plays that are going to need sand. And why? Because this is a pretty strong quote, and you want to keep it in mind because it's a leading indicator. There are some signs that using more sand to frack a gas or oil well increases its total output. That's driving demand for more sand. That is true. There are some signs of that. And if that trend continues, that indeed more sand creates a better recovery rate and extends the life of the well, then the sand boom will continue. So here's the deal. Within the U.S. energy boom that we all, no one thinks this, I'm the only person. Within this U.S. energy boom that I think will last 10 years, there's a Wisconsin sand boom that's just started. I don't know how long that's going to last, and I have the 100 companies on there. Historically speaking, 90 of them may go bankrupt before this is over. I don't know, but there's a mini boom inside this boom, which is putting a herd of a boom on this son of a bitch. So that's sort of the wrap up. That's the story. Well, all we really did was let you know that in this U.S. Energy Boom 101 that's going on, we're going to talk about Wisconsin's little mini sand boom. And if you want to read it further, just get the newspaper. That's the Wall Street Journal, kids, Tuesday, December 3rd, 2013. And it's section B, and it's a front page, and there's a glorious picture of all that sand, all that glittering sand, all that gold. And that's pretty much it. I hope that, and I think this has probably been dispatch 35, and I hope that maybe pretty soon here we can uncover some secret documents, or from the Oklahoman, the other most incredible newspaper ever put together, that gives us an update on Mr. McClendon's activities with American Energy Partners, because we'd love to commission someone at OU we'd love to talk to you about writing a symphony of shale. And in addition to that, there's a lot of other stuff going on. We've got Harold Ham. He's working over the Bakken and the Woodford Shale. He runs Continental Resources. President of Boom U, David Bourne. We say this every time, and we still haven't confirmed it, but we think it's true. President of Boom U, David Bourne, is also on the board of directors of Continental. A lot of other world things going on. George Kaiser flies way under the radar, but it would be amazing if we could find some information to follow what he's doing in this whole energy boom. Shooting from the hip, blank assessment. He strikes me as a wonderful person. Would love to have him on the show. Anyway, that's going to be it. I keep saying that we're going to talk about the cannabis aspect of the U.S. energy boom because it's the second pillar here. You get crude oil and you get cannabis, but we never get to them, but we will, or maybe we'll start a whole new show. Who knows? That's it for Dispatch 35. The next dispatch, we've still got tons that we can talk about on the global energy rainbow. We got a bunch of updates on Brazil and a few other things. We got Sir Tony, who's kicking so much ass, it's unbelievable. Putting the herd on the Kurdistan region, the stands. But once again, our cup overfloweth with oil. And from the Energy Boom 101, from the studios of the Transparent Barrel, and if you want to follow me out here, from the glistening, stark, painfully real beauty that shimmers in this reflection of reality we call Boom U, this crucible of consciousness in which Any and all ideas should be thrown in and churned so we can reseed the cosmos for the greater good, for the better understanding